was always confused about the concept of bisexuality. Not because I didn't believe in them, but more because they could choose a life that's of the norm, you know, eugenics stuff. But they go through the trouble of exploring both sides. It was something I never understood until I explored my own sexuality. But little did I know the bisexuals are not getting hate for this at all, but for the very prospect of their being. You're either straight or you can't admit that you're gay. False. That is false. But views like this are still rampant today, even inside the queer community and amongst those who call themselves allies. So today we're looking into it in hopes to answer the question, are these people rightfully expressing a preference by refraining from dating bisexuals? Or are they biphobic? I'm not biased, I swear. It's not true. I'm gonna be very biased.
Where did all the straight people go, huh? Enough! Boys kiss, well, girls, and girls kiss boys. It's simple. And don't say I'm homophobic, because the last thing I am is scared of you guys.
First, I think it's important to define the terms bisexual and biphobic due to them being so commonly misunderstood. The Trevor Project lists the definition of bisexual as the potential to be attracted romantically and or sexually to people of more than one sex and or gender, not necessarily at the same time, not necessarily in the same way, and not necessarily to the same degree. And Google says AC/DC is a slang term for bisexual. I did not know that. Huh. Yeah, I thought it was a band. You know, that definition is frankly a little confusing because it sounds an awful lot like pansexual, but Google thankfully predicted this confusion during my research and generated my next search just off, nope, not that, no, off how is. Okay. Yeah, I think they just worded that differently. But either way, we're going off the Trevor Project's definition for bisexual. The definition of biphobia that we're using for this video is a fear or dislike of people who are bisexual, attracted to more than one gender. Looks like that does include those who are actually afraid. But we shouldn't need that part. It may also be important to note that while I am part of the queer community, I'm not bisexual. So I did a lot of consulting with the bisexuals of TikTok and articles and everything for the video. And these are their stories. There's been a trend that's sprung up in the last few years about women sharing their experiences with their down-low male partners cheating on them.
It's kind of a problem.
Down low, if you don't know the meaning, is a man having secret same-sex relationships while identifying as straight to their partner or other people in their life, like family and friends. These videos are tragic. I mean, these people were cheated on and they were hurt and they're just telling their story. But the use of the term down low has become a replacement term of bisexual, as if bisexual men are the only people that cheat these days.
Ben told me that up front. Like, how you know? I could have still wanted to be with you. I might have still decided to be with you if you like me and
But you still
know that.
You still can.
Can you answer that question genuinely though? Like, do you really feel like?
I mean, I wouldn't have been with you, but you know, I wouldn't have been with you, bro. I ain't gonna.
But you got a smirk.
I wouldn't have been with you,
Right,
but
so
you ain't even give me the option.
Let me ask you this: Is it because of your past?
Bro, what you mean?
Is it because of before me?
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
First off, not cool for him to bring up stuff like that, but let's get to the point at hand. One of the most common excuses when someone says they won't date a bisexual person is because of bad past experiences. They were cheated on, the situation was horrific, they didn't know the person they were dating was bisexual. That doesn't mean every bisexual man will cheat on you. We're gonna hear this a lot in this video. Sexuality does not determine personality.
The best sign to look out for if he's on the DL, he dresses better than you. That's number one. He's really meticulous about his style and his looks. He doesn't care about you as a person. He just cares about you as an accessory. You know what I mean? They're not chasing you. When they're not chasing you, of course, when they always want to hang out with men more than they want to hang out with you. All right. When they're going on boys trips a lot. When they want to hurry and introduce you to their family, so that their family doesn't get a hint and a clue that they're gay.
I was giving a lot of the people making these videos the benefit of the doubt because the use of the term down low made it seem like they had a bad past experience. But again, it's just become a replacement term for bisexual. If you don't want to sound biphobic, say you won't date down low guys. People in the comments are taking it to heart too. This girl straight up gave an apparent description of every down low guy in Cleveland. And some of these commenters are gonna fuck up their relationships because of it. Not to say, I'm not assuming that these commenters have a good relationship with their partner, but saying every guy that looks like this is down low is insane. Is your boy suspiciously well kept? Gay. But does he have an unkept, scraggly beard? So gay, girl, what are you doing? Does your man hang with his boys without you? Well, he must be fucking them. Does your boy have the audacity to use an umbrella? Gay, of course. Come on. I've actually seen that so many times. Like, can guys not use umbrellas now? And someone in the last video's comments posted this one. Not to be a complete buzzkill, but I really hate the use of zesty, sassy, sus to make guys feel like they can't do anything. I get it, it's a joke, but just call me gay. Call me an FAG, because that's the same thing, just reskinned for 2025, so you can seem like you aren't homophobic. FAG. I wrote my script not as FAG, but to say the word outright. But while filming, I had remembered that some gay guys feel uncomfortable saying the word themselves and when other gay guys say it as well. So I got cold feet and compromised. So listen, it might be important to note that I am gay. Yeah, the jig is up. I felt like it would be more fun to not say it in hopes that I would be more mysterious to you guys, and well, that lasted all of 8 videos. No matter what though, it still makes some gay guys uncomfortable, so I'll keep it out of my videos, unless it's absolutely necessary. You'd never know. Do I think the statement itself that I made is actually true, that calling guys sassy and zesty is incredibly homophobic like I made it seem? Not entirely, no, I don't think it's that black and white, but those words do just kind of irk me a little bit. Zesty, especially. I don't know why. Zesty is just annoying. Sassy I like calling people sassy, but not for this reason. But whatever, let's keep going.
I was with him one time.
No, I'm done. I'm definitely not one that gets caught up on labels. But for me, what I'm searching for is a man to make me feel like a woman. And I just feel like I don't know why Oscar's attracted to me. I've worked so hard to become the woman I've always wanted to be, but when a guy likes other guys, that's just not me. I'm a girl.
When I first watched that video, I was going to talk about it like it was just another reason a woman doesn't want to be with a guy that's bisexual. But in Nikita Dragon's situation, you know, as a trans woman, she might be more wary of it. You know, since that guy likes men as well, Nikita can't feel certain that he's not just fetishizing her. I'm not going to say that it should be okay to generalize all bisexual guys into doing that, but I don't feel comfortable faulting her for it either. As for the fetishization of bisexual women, we'll get to that soon enough. I feel like people don't talk about that enough.
And ladies, sometimes y'all mess around with men that are bisexual and y'all don't even know it. I can tell you some signs to check it out now. Oh, ladies, if he comes home one night and he got a hickey on the back of his neck, and always check their drawers at night. Now, if he got boo-boo stains in the back and the front, now see, he might be bisexual.
I mean, people still deny any biphobia and homophobia, yet can't explain their preference in a way that isn't offensive. It's stand-up, I know, but saying how to know if your man is bisexual, then implying that it for sure means he will, is, or has cheated on you, is biphobic. Sexuality does not determine personality. Though the jokes were very well thought out and well performed, for sure. I don't think I gave credit there. There are common, basic misunderstandings of the meaning of bisexual that most people not in the queer community will never learn about, whether it's because no one taught them or they just never had a reason to research it themselves. Statistically, bisexual men and women typically date the opposite sex at a rate of about 84%, according to a study done in 2020. But a small percentage of them say they only date the same sex, and you'll hear some of them even say they're stuck only dating within their same sex because they haven't had good experiences when their opposite sex partners find out they're bisexual.
I have had gay partners who are ignorant about my sexuality. However, they still are able to be physically passionate. In my experience, those straight women don't even really want to give me a chance. Like, they just feel uncomfortable with the thought of me even being with a man. And that then discourages me from seeking future female partners. And maybe it's because of that, I don't know how to talk to women, and maybe just help me out. I'm kind of ashamed to say this is one of the only problems I knew they had before researching this video. And again, I thought it was only with guys because that's just, it seems like that's what people typically talk about. I'm sorry, queer women, because you really don't get much recognition. But I'm not forgetting about you in this video, so don't worry. We're getting there. So to really see through the bisexual eye, I decided to dress the part as well. I had baggy cargo pants on deck, so already a win. All that was left to do was cuff them. Then I painted my nails a dark color. I went with black. It just felt right. I'm probably gonna wash this off. My nails are too short right now. If you're gonna go with a light color, you gotta do matte. God, look how short my nail is. Preferably bulky shoes that are not all white. This is just what I had. You could also do Converse as a great choice. As for the top, we have a flannel to tie around your waist and a t-shirt with cut off sleeves. Tank top, not acceptable. This shirt's looking a little long, so let's just crop that. Yep, perfect.
Next is a necklace of your choosing. This is Nathan Drake's. It's the only one I have. I made it for my Yeti video, and then I ended up scrapping the whole Nathan Drake outfit I was going to do. Ended up going with Pacific Sunwear. I wouldn't say that was on theme. And if you're not in a perpetual state of growing out your hair, get a snapback hat. If you wear all of these on the regular, bisexuality is pretty much guaranteed. Now, if you're gonna say I'm a hypocrite by generalizing all bisexuals to this style, obviously that's not true, but it's more of a community thing than personality, if anything. I think the queer community can like josh around with each other. It's pretty fun. The eroticization of bisexual women by straight men is a factor many don't seem as comparably harmful. People, bisexual guys, often say they have the biggest hardships. Especially on this video, the guys were constantly prefacing their points with,
people doubt bisexuality, especially in men, I feel like.
But I feel like sometimes gay men especially don't let you be both.
And in this video,
I think it's easier for a girl to be her true authentic self, because she could look as masculine or feminine and it's fine, but like, I mean, I go to the gym in like low booty shorts and people are like, oh my gosh.
We talk more about gay men in society than lesbians.
Like, I promise these are not specific problems to you guys in your group. I've found just as many women explaining their difficulties in the exact same situations you're describing. There's absolutely no need to compare. It's just diminishing other people's problems. And we'll get to the other problems soon, but as for the specific over-sexualization of bisexual women, I found in multiple sources that it can lead to an increased chance of depression in the women in different sex relationships, as well as a direct result of being treated as sexual objects. But fair, you know, not feeling as though they're equal in the relationship.
When I've told men that I'm bisexual, it becomes this like experiment to them. And so men are like, go make out with a girl then. With women, it's like, no, all you need is like a little bit of me or something. It's not gonna like switch anything for me. I'm still gonna be attracted to everybody.
But also, according to BPS.org, bisexual women in different sex relationships often report elevated depression symptoms and higher frequencies of bi-negative exclusion and rejections by lesbians and gay men than bisexual women in same-sex relationships do. I know, that sounded like a lot. Researching this taught me so many obscure terms I had no idea existed, but this is the only site I found that used the term bi-negative, and they didn't even like give the definition. From the looks of it, it just seems like a synonym for biphobic. So that basically meant some people in the queer community don't see a bisexual person in an opposite sex relationship as being one of their own, you know, a poser. The site went on to say that bisexual people feel the need to be in a constant cycle of having sex with individuals of more than one sex to prove their bisexuality. Hold on, I forgot some important words before that quote, so let's go straight to the article. The full section says, in a monosexual community, would a person feel pressured to engage in sexual activity, risky or otherwise? It sets an impossible double standard that implies bisexual people need to be in a constant cycle of having sex with individuals of more than one sex to prove their bisexuality. The next part still holds up though, trust me. But to be honest, just find different friends at that point. Like, if the people that you know put so little effort into understanding who you are that you have to keep proving it to them, then just tell them to get fucked. They're not worth it. I mean, you don't owe anyone proof. You don't owe anyone an explanation of who you are. Baby queer. I think it's impeccably important to... Impeccably? Is that the right word? Yeah, let's roll with it. I think it's impeccably important to mention the term baby queer. So the meaning is an LGBTQ person who is newly out, newly active, unsure about their identity, queerness, or young compared to other members of the community.
But I'm so conditioned to be like, oh, they're new, they're a baby bi. Like, are they going to leave me for a man? Or they are actually a lesbian, it turns out. Are they going to eventually bi shame me?
I've seen queer people express this quite a lot. I mean, with someone who's been out for a long time, they've explored the community, they know what they want, but since baby queers haven't yet had the chance, the possibility that they'll want to explore more in the future makes the current relationship feel much more likely to fail. The more recent girl had all the telltale signs of being in her first queer relationship. I told her that she would have to lead the physical side of our relationship because I want her to feel comfortable, and she's never had sex with a girl before. We've been seeing each other for 2 months and have not gone farther than a gentle kiss, which is fine, but I was starting to suspect maybe she wasn't sure if she was gay. All this to say, how do you guys feel about dating newly gay people? Does it go like this often? I have to deal with homophobia on a daily basis. I don't want it for my partner. Completely fair to ask for. It's difficult to navigate in that situation because it's not uncommon for newly out people to identify as bisexual before identifying as something else in the future. It gives them the ability to explore both sides however they want while they figure themselves out. But as advice for this person, as the comments below also say, state on your dating profile that you're looking for people who are, you know, confidently and openly queer. That's about all you can do, as well as not dating anyone that young, I guess. Anyone under 21 is a no-go for me. I'm 22, FYI. I'm not like, I don't look older than 22, I don't think. Not in like a vain way. I just don't look very masculine. Do I? I don't know.
First of all, we've got the biphobic lesbians. Listen, explain it to me how you want. They cheat more. I want a lesbian that understands my experience. That's not biphobic. I've heard it all, and I hate to break it to you, love, but if upon learning that a girly pop that you find attractive is bisexual, you decide that you are no longer attracted to her and no longer want to sleep with her, that's biphobia.
Awesome take in my opinion, but the comments are pretty split. The one I was going to respond to has been deleted maybe? I don't know. It's gone now. And most of the comment section is on her side, at least the most liked ones. You go underneath one of these to replies. Oh my god. One of these comments, I wrote it in my notes. I don't see it on here anymore though, but it was the fact that they like dick is repulsive to me. Like, biphobic. Like, what the fuck? The utter dislike of their lifestyle. We covered that back in the biphobia definition, girl. And the they'll cheat more excuse directly plays into the stereotype that all same-sex attracted people are promiscuous, can't be trusted, and sleep with other people. I don't know why I did that. I thought it was gonna be even. Hey, look at that. Fuck. I might have another cutoff actually. There we go. Different vibe, but it works. Yeah, the stereotype that all same-sex attracted people are promiscuous, they can't be trusted, they will sleep with other people. This view, from what I've found, is mostly traced back to the beginning of the gay rights movement, when it would be uncovered that the down-low gays of decades ago would go to bars or clubs, or just in general safe spaces where they can be themselves, and, you know, probably cheat. It was life-changing and life-destroying for them. I mean, they had to hide who they were and would in turn hurt the people they used to keep up the facade of their heterosexuality. This began the belief that they could not be trusted in a relationship. So when it comes to being bisexual, it's even more difficult because people just assume, oh, there's more people you can cheat with. There's just that itself means it's a more likely chance. It's, I think, adhering to a very old stereotype that is extremely dated, and I'm surprised even inside the queer community that is prevalent. A study done at UCLA in 1997 shows a clear depiction of what the view was on bisexual people back then. A poll taken asked participants to rate couples based on gender and sexuality, specifically mixed, bisexual, and heterosexual. The results showed an astounding majority belief that bisexual people are more likely to cheat, but also that they're better at sex, so that's pretty cool. As you've seen, this stereotype persists today, when truly it's about the kind of person your partner is that made them cheat, not being bisexual. Sexuality, say it with me, sexuality does not determine personality. The issues people have with bisexuals have changed over the years. I mean, for example, gay men and women are more likely to say the same sex bisexuals they're dating, just like haven't fully come out yet. That they're actually completely gay, just uncomfortable with it. This isn't unique to gay men and women, of course, but they were just the majority referred to throughout my research. Due to the inherent difficulties that queer people face, or someone lacking the ability and or resources to understand their sexuality, it's not out of the ordinary for someone to come out as bisexual before realizing that they're gay or something else. No matter the later outcome, bisexual or not, it does a disservice to people in the situation to discount what they feel. Just let people be, goddamn. Like, to the baby queers, I'd say go unlabeled until you figure yourself out. The second you attach a label to yourself, it's quite annoying to distance yourself from it if need be in the future. I mean, it's like coming out twice. It sucks ass. And if you use bisexual as a placeholder, that takes reliability away from people who are actually bisexual, perpetuating the stigma that it's just a phase for them. And to the bisexuals, I really gotta know, what is the difference between you and pansexuals? Just respectfully, I'm curious.
And it's honestly just such a game changer to actually be attractive because of your sexuality and not feel like you have to hide it. If you're dealing with someone right now that doesn't like that you're bi, then honestly, to them, because they are missing out on how amazing you are. So yeah, just don't take anyone's bullshit, be yourself and be proud, and I promise you, the amount of girls that have come up to me and been like, yeah, I'm really into like two guys being together. That's my biggest fantasy. I'm like, babe, sign me up. Sign me up.
What did I tell you, huh? Nails, cutoffs. You know, this video took a while. I do intend to upload every 2 weeks, but you know, I do live right next to LA, so the fires were affecting us. Didn't even get any smoke over here. No fire was that nearby. Got the high winds. The power was turned off here on my days off 3 weeks in a row. So other people in worse situations, obviously, lost homes, all of that. So yeah, I really wasn't able to work on the video for a while. Those are the days I typically do it. And I got Assassin's Creed Black Flag again. I've almost maxed out my ship. I'm so close, and then I'll stop. But really, you should see me every 2 weeks from now on. 2 to 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks, sorry. 3 weeks.